Welcome back to the channel. Today, becoming the heart-based entrepreneur, how to expand beyond your limits and lead with genius. So what if every challenge in your business wasn't actually asking you to try harder, but to open your heart further? What if pressure wasn't a sign of failure, but a sign your consciousness was being invited to start to expand, to open beyond old beliefs, old boundaries and old identities? And this is the truth that most entrepreneurs will never discover. In fact, what the ego is complicating, the heart simplifies. What the ego resists, the heart transforms. So I'd like to make a promise in this video. In the last video, I showed you how to access heart-based leadership. Today, I'm going to show you how to make it consistent, so reliable that using the heart becomes as natural as using the mind used to be. You'll learn how to stay in heart coherence as your environment gets more and more complicated, and what to do when challenges arise or triggers return. How to dissolve old beliefs and coping mechanisms that are currently limiting you, and why expanding your heart expands your leadership capacity, and also how the heart turns difficulty into simplicity, clarity, and genius. This, let me tell you, is the next level of heart-based entrepreneurship. Permanent transformation, not a temporary technique. So what about a counterintuitive insight? Most people think challenges are a sign that they're failing, but in yogic terms, the challenge means something else entirely. Your current level of consciousness has reached its capacity, and a bigger version of you is now required. And here's the key. You, like me, cannot expand into a higher level of consciousness using the same egoic mechanism that kept you safe in the past. Old beliefs, old coping strategies, old emotional armor, they become the rigid structures that need to go. They once helped you, but now they hold you back. So to rise, you don't fight harder, you open deeper. So what to do when these challenges are arising? Well, the heart-based entrepreneur has one primary instruction. When challenged, open, don't contract. And this means that you expand beyond previous emotional borders. You feel more, you allow more, you create more internal space. Secondly, you dissolve those rigid old beliefs. You ask things like, is this belief helping me to expand? Or is it protecting an identity that no longer fits me whatsoever? The third thing that you can do is release outdated coping mechanisms. The times that you're in avoidance or perfectionism or trying to control people, places and things, or you're overthinking or you're withdrawn. These were once survival tools, but at higher levels they become unconscious prisons that you need to now release yourself from. Fourth thing, stay with the discomfort long enough for the heart to transform it. The ego in this way is turning nectar into poison, whereas the heart, as we access it, turns poison into nectar. And this is emotional alchemy. This is yogic leadership. This is where the growth is happening. So the upward path of the heart-based entrepreneur, you and me, the path of the heart is upward and continuous. And as your capacity expands, life is going to give you bigger and bigger opportunities contexts inside of which you and me, we can continue to grow. Bigger decisions we'll be asked to make, bigger opportunities will be given, bigger impacts we'll be able to have on the local and the world stages, bigger leadership opportunities. And instead of us being overwhelmed by complexity, something remarkable can really happen within you. The heart simplifies what the ego has been trying to complicate. What used to feel too much, it becomes manageable. What used to scare you becomes normal. And what used to overwhelm you becomes the new baseline. This is evolution through opening. And therefore, consistent practice is everything. The heart is a technology. You wouldn't expect the body to get strong without training. You wouldn't expect the mind to improve without repetition. So why do we expect the heart to stay open without ever practicing? Practices then, let me tell you, that deepen heart coherence, and here are a few. Sitting in silence, going into meditations and deeper meditations, retreating from the world around you for periods of time in order to find balance, heart-based free writing or journaling, self-study, or like listening to this YouTube video and understanding this mechanism of the heart, conscious attention being given to your heart center and to the dissolution of challenges and problems. Simply slowing down is going to help you. And also 10-second micro openings throughout the day, sitting on a number of occasions and just paying attention to the mechanism which opens the heart center with you. Practice doesn't just make perfect. Practice makes it permanent as well. And when the heart becomes your default, miracles begin to occur. So what of the miraculous world of the heart? Well, with an open heart, you stop simply believing in miracles. You learn to rely on them. Why? Because now your intuition is open and appearing naturally. Your perception has widened. You see what others are missing. You sense patterns before they emerge. You make decisions with clarity that others are calling your genius. What the world calls genius, you and I know, is simply the absence of the old egoic noise. The heart is quiet enough for truth to be heard. And this is the natural intelligence of the heart. And it becomes your competitive advantage. So the tool, expanding the heart in real time. Here's a practical expansion method you can use anytime the growth that you're currently facing becomes uncomfortable. Firstly, notice the contraction, the chest tightening, the breath shortening, the mind speeding up. This is the ego trying to protect you. Secondly, rest your attention on the contraction and breathe into the chest. This is you focusing the attention whilst applying a slow, deep breath directly into the heart center. The third thing, stay internally open. This single instruction shifts all of the energy. Fourthly, broaden your awareness and surrender. Relax, release, and let go. And as you do broaden your awareness, feel your body. Feel the space around you and widen the margins of your consciousness. Fifthly, stay open for long enough for the contractions to dissolve completely. And this is where the transformation happens. This is where the new intelligence is being born. Do this every day and you will expand faster than you ever imagined. So what about integration? Using the heart as your new default operating system. Well, when your heart becomes the center of your leadership, everything, and I mean everything, changes. The complexities that you used to face become simple. Decisions become clear. Triggers, old triggers, they lose all of their power. Old identity structures just fall away. Confidence becomes stable. Intuition becomes accurate. Genius becomes normal. And life begins to move with you instead of against you. And this isn't magic. It is, in fact, mastery. So I'd like to make a future promise to you. When you expand the heart, the world expands with you. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to use this expanded heart intelligence to solve problems faster, to communicate more cleanly, and scale your leadership impact without stress or confusion. Why? Because heart-based entrepreneurship isn't just a method. It's the new evolution of human leadership. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, then do please like and subscribe below if you haven't done already. And if you'd like to join me, the Corporate Yogi, to practice with me, to enjoy answering questions, then come and join me over on the school platform, www.school.com/transformation, and I'll look forward to meeting you there. Namaste.